Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode, we finished Veronica's side quest. We made our way to Jacobstown here where we're helping out a group of mutants and nightkin. And we're wrapping up a quest here that involves deciding whether or not to continue testing a Stealth Boy Mark II on companion Lily. And we had to choose between those two choices because we were unable to pass a very high science skill check.
There was some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one.
Okay.
Have you come to a decision on Lily? I'll need to know before I can do anything else.
Yeah, we can't. I tried looking at things, seeing what I can do. I can't reach this. I mean, even if I did everything I could at the moment, the highest I could get is probably about 64 out of 90. So unfortunately, I can't pass that check. So I asked people I asked at the end of the last episode what to do, and the consensus seemed to be for the greater good that Lily should continue wearing the Mark II prototype.
Very well. It will be worth it, I'm sure. That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles, I hear it ain't sealed up before.
Talking to my dog again. I don't know why people just turn, like, sometimes, like, people will make comments towards your companions like that. But it's weird how, of all people, they choose Rex to talk to like that. Just kind of weird. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Anyway, with that being done, let's go talk to Lily out here.
Hello again, dear.
I think we should travel together.
That'd be lovely, dearie.
The stealth girl perk that she had. Hey, where she?
Oh, don't you worry about me, dearie. Your grandma knows how to stay quiet.
Let's see if Marcus has to say anything about what happened.
So, Keen's dead. Knew it might come to that someday. Makes things difficult for the town. Without Keen, it'll be hard to convince other Nightkin in the wasteland to come here, and harder to get the ones here to stay.
I'm real sorry about that, Marcus.
See you.
Seriously, wish we could have passed the speech check to talk him down. But still, our next goal in line is to Search for an exceptional canine brain among Caesar's legion. Or a new brain from old lady Gibson's dogs. Let's try Gibson's scrapyard. The Fiends are just a bunch of raiders or so who have a reputation, at least a reputation, for being drugged up in the head out of their mind. So there's no telling what they do with or for their dogs. And oh god, turn that radio off. Just gonna sleep in a bed real quick. That and get on the drink.
So, you're back. Now, where did we leave off?
Tell me what you got for sale.
Happy to do it.
Oh dang, she's got a lot of money.
Thanks.
Alright, Doc Henry sent me. I need a new brain for my cyber dog.
Dr. Henry? Now there's a name I haven't heard in years. Hard to believe he's still alive. As for your request, it's a bit ghoulish if you ask me, but Ray is pretty old and I'll probably have to put him down soon enough. As for the price for this favor, 700 caps sounds about right. Ray's like family, and I've got other dogs to take care of.
Are you serious? It's just a dog's brain. I don't think it's worth many caps. Real quick, how did you meet Dr. Henry?
He and I had joined up with the same caravan. Add in a lot of whiskey and, well, let's just say we got to know each other.
Good night of whisking drink. Helps you know people real well, I reckon. Anyway, since I can't barter my way out of I've lowered the price. I guess I have to pay 700 caps for the dog's brain.
Hooray! Mama's got something for you.
Ugh. The dog's field hurt me real hard. It's kind of weird that like Rex's running animation to keep up with you, but like that looks like it's been slowed down to keep pace. Because like he'd be faster if he like went his full speed, but it looks the way he does looks like he's doing the full animation regardless of his speed. He makes it look like it's being over exaggerated.
There was some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one.
Kinda said the last time we were here, but anyway.
Is there something else I can do for you?
I have a new brain for Rex.
Very well. Show me what you brought so that I can analyze its potential.
This brain is for Ray, one of old lady Gibson's dogs.
All right, let's see here. Neural pathways look good. Definitely a breed of guard dog. If I transplant this brain into Rex, he'll be a bit more ferocious in his attacks.
Yeah, in case if it isn't obvious, which dog brain you pick, it will change like Rex. Give Rex different little perks, but we're gonna go with this. Transplant Ray's brain into Rex.
Have a seat. This will take a while.
Faithful Protector. Rex is getting the insight, increasing his attack damage. And with that, jeez, our character just keeps getting thirsty. And with that, we completed the Hound Dog. We already completed Rex's quest line. Speaking of quest lines, there's something else I wanted to do real quick. There.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles, I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
Alright, Happy Bark. How are you feeling, boy? Happy Bark. You're certainly looking better. Time for us to part ways. I'd like you to go back to the Lucky 38 for now. That's what I was looking for. I couldn't find it. We didn't help much. Still couldn't. What? Ah! Okay, I'm gonna make a cut here. I'll be back when I get everything. When I get my inventory sorted out, instead of continuously wasting time by my inventory sorting being messed up by muscle memory.
Help!
I don't understand what's going on. I just got here to do something with my companions and
Fall back!
these people are just freaking out.
Help!
Wait, it's not because of my...
This is hopeless.
Why are they panicking and scared?
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. Come back soon now. Where to, partner?
Presidential suite.
What's up? Let's go make trouble.
Hold
You're
on.
making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, she's got a bunch of my stuff. I'll take that.
Nice. Can I order room service?
Yeah, for now, Lily's quest isn't that hard to do, but for the indifferent future, I want to have Rex in the party because that's what people have been asking for. Hold on, let me unweigh myself with. We're going to get our good boy into the party, and I want to do Boone's quest. quest. Like it's supposed to be plural. Like I want to do his quest. But first, I want to get something to drink. My character's thirsty and hungry. Where's the bathroom? Drink out of a sink. Take that. What?
Talk to you soon, dear.
Boone was the first companion we had, so I'd like to be able to get his quest out of the way. For God's sake, where's an unused bed? Right here. Like I'm blind. No, I'll just do 2 hours. If that doesn't get Boone out of bed, I'll wake him up. For God's sake.
Hey. Is it time?
Let's travel together.
I'm ready when you are.
Wait.
High roller suite. Casino floor.
Okay, where's Karen? For the sake of convenience, I put up a... for the sake of convenience, I'm going to admit I have a... I'm using the wiki to find out which specific quests give you a better history with... Give you a better history with Boone, so that we can activate his quest. Those are bathrooms.
Something I can do for you? We're all impressed with the work you've done for us. Thought you might be able to make use of this. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. I thought you might get good use out of it.
Oh, thanks. I'm here to provide support. Is there anything I may be able to help with?
You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. the Fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
Any other problems?
Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out.
Motorrunner is dead. I have his helmet as proof.
Unbelievable. That man has given us so much grief since we set up here. This may be a major turning point for us. I can't tell you how many times we thought we'd taken him out, only to have him show up again later, taking more heads off of fallen troopers. This is for the bounty. And this is from a pool me and a lot of the soldiers around the base had going. You may not be NCR, but hey, it's only fair.
Oh, cool. 300 caps, awesome. I can look into who's leaking NCR intelligence.
Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in.
What's Captain Karen's role in NCR operations?
It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here.
How are things going for the NCR?
Could be better, I'll say that
Or at
much.
least around here.
We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan.
Where does that leave you?
Now we're trying to secure the Strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers, because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning.
Are things mostly quiet between here and the dam?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. Sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there.
What challenges does the NCR face here?
Everything was going according to President Kimball's plan at first. We met minor resistance from local troublemakers. But our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls the Strip, and he won't so much as meet with our ambassador. And we're holding Hoover Dam. But Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. We'd be forced to withdraw.
You seem calm, given that things are as bad as they are.
Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
And with that, let's go start on the quest.
Bye.
Talk to Captain Curtis. Just curious, is he in the building or? Yeah, he is. He must be on a lower floor down there. Here he is.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
What do you do here?
Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit.
Colonel Shu wanted me to help you look into the recent intelligence leaks.
Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago.
Where should I start?
You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd, or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor.
Who should I talk again about the intelligence leaks?
Well, I'll leave that to you. But I would recommend Lieutenant Boyd and Sergeant Contreras as two people who usually know what's going on around here.
Lieutenant Boyd and Sergeant Contreras.
Oh my.
Had enough?
I know this is completely unprovoked, but killing this guy is one of the things that'll make Boone happy. Oh,
What is it?
I think it's time you told me what happened to your wife.
I don't see what this helps. She's dead.
The better we understand each other, the more effective we'll be.
All right. I tracked her down. Southeast, near the river. They were selling her. Saw it through my scope. Whole place swarming with Legion, hundreds of them, bidding for things no man has a right to. I just had my rifle with me. Just me against all of them. So I took the shot.
You should have tried to rescue her, even if it meant your death.
There was never any saving her. They'd have taken her where I couldn't follow. What I did, that was the only rescue. All this was only ever gonna play out one way. It still is. I don't have any say. All I can do is wait for it to be done with me.
You make it sound like your wife's death was inevitable.
It was gonna be something. If I'd never met Carla, it would have been something else. I should have never gotten close to her. I've got bad things coming to me. You better keep your distance too.
Why do you think you've got bad things coming?
Because fair is fair.
You're not going to tell me?
No. Sorry.
Oh. Well, that explains why.
Yeah.
That explains why he was so sure of his wife's death when we first met him. Back on our first trip to Novak.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
Okay, one's pointing me in this direction over here.
Farber's doing the best with what he's got. Man, I could go for a nice cut of Brahmin steak.
Did the Colonel send you? I was hoping he might have changed his mind.
You look upset. What's wrong?
I know. I've been crying. It's stupid. I'm supposed to be a soldier. My husband, he's a ranger, and he got murdered by a pack of fiends. Goddamn savages laid his body out to rot. Brass won't say it to me straight, but they mean to leave Esteban out there. I can see that plain.
If your husband is dead, what? It doesn't matter. It seems strange that NCR wouldn't do their best to retrieve a fallen comrade. Or well, let's ask this: how did he die?
He was out on patrol. Bunch of drugged-up fiends attacked them. Esteban laid down cover fire while the others fell back. One of the men saw him get shot. He didn't die, though. Not then. They tried to go back for him, but there were too many fiends and they had to pull out. Damn savages chased them halfway to McCarran.
No one else will help you?
His best friend, Jackson, tried. Didn't even get permission from his CO, so it could have cost him a lot. But he never came back.
I'll recover your husband's body.
Mister, I'd about given up hope. But you've got to be careful. I don't want anybody else dying on my account. Esteban's body is laid out between some of the buildings, east of the RepCon headquarters. At least that's what his squad mates said. There's an NCR position just north of there. It's on the way. They should be able to tell you what the situation is.
Alright, this is another unmarked quest that it doesn't give you markers for, but otherwise, that's something we can keep an eye out for on the way. What I know, I keep to myself. Careless talk costs lives. Loose lips sink ships. Loose lips sink ships. That's the old military line.
Hey, you look like someone in need of a reliable supplier.
Seen any suspicious activity lately?
You mean other than some stranger with no military ID interrogating me inside our base? Did Boyd put you up to this? I'm so sick of this harassment. You tell her to stop wasting my time with this bullshit. No, I haven't seen anything suspicious. It's been business as usual.
Jeez. Don't know who broke a broomstick up your ass.
Bye.
Benches here for crafting.
Contreras is holding out on him. I know he's got more to sell.
Selling what? Alright, the next step is to add... I guess it's Lieutenant Boyd next. Are you serious there? I don't know if you could hear that rat, like, right outside. Oh my god.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me. Howdy. Name's Sterling, first recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had.
You remember everyone who passes through here?
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place.
Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
As a matter of fact, it's funny that you'd ask. A couple nights back, I was on watch in the yard. Got myself a habit of looking all around, not just where I'd expect to find trouble. Old habit, but it saved my hide on occasion. Round about 1 in the morning, I spied some lights in the control tower. Now that's the 3rd time I've spied those lights, mind you. And every time I ask about it, they tell me the place was empty. I'm just saying, didn't look empty to me.
Thanks for the information.
No trouble at all. Might be nothing. Couple frisky young folks looking for a quiet place to snuggle up. That light is mighty consistent. Always there at 1 a.m. Might be worth a look.
Have you always been with the first recon?
Used to be a ranger. One of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why did you leave the Rangers?
Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How did you escape Malpais?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. I guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
Well, that's a story. Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
You stay safe too.
Hello.
Okay, I need my bearings with. The watchtower in question is... Wait, hold on, Alright, with that, let's wait till 1 a.m. Alright, I'll come back. I'll come back when it's time for the show to start. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's... Come on. There we go. Are you serious? Oh, this hacking's a pain in the ass sometimes. Okay, what's 2 layers off from scanned? For God's sake. I guess I'll come back when I get this dumb computer hacking. I don't want to waste screen time on this. Hold on a second, I forgot to talk to Lieutenant Boyd here.
Haven't you done enough?
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it.
Who's missing?
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome.
He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him.
What else can you tell me about Anders?
I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to.
Tell me about the break-ins.
Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base love affair. Kids today. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that.
Would you be willing to give me the control tower access key so I can check it out?
Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there, just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like, and if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally.
You said there have been thefts?
Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Yep, see you around.
Okay, I came here to talk to Lieutenant Boyd because I successfully hacked the terminal and didn't unlock the door. So with that, I can... I'll make another cut here, or get straight to the point instead of waiting around. Hold on. There he is. And there we go. Oh, it's relocked. I'm not doing it again.
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 1300. Have them mind that stretch.
10-4, Picus. Fiends will be alerted.
Roger, Lupa.
What's the status of your primary mission, Picus?
Charges are set. Detonation will occur as the train leaves the station. Over.
How long?
Couple of minutes. Over.
10-4. Keep us updated.
10-4.
Crap. We need to get that bomb. Now. Gotta get that bomb. This device looks as though it is armed and can go off at any moment. Explosives of 35 or higher, or science of 45 or higher required to defuse the charge. Yuck. I'm not asking him to... That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, that's the problem with some things, like, characters don't, if they aren't willing to wear a faction armor, then they'll just drop it on the ground.
Look who it is. I haven't had the privilege, but I'm told you've been an angel on our shoulder. What can we do for you at Camp Karen?
You won't be having problems with the intelligence leaks anymore.
No? What happened?
It was Curtis. He's in the Legion. I can prove he tried to blow up the monorail.
Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. There's just no way. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. This is much worse than anyone expected. There could be others, too. You've done everything that was asked of you. You have my personal thanks for this. And I'll make sure you receive the credit you deserve. I'll have Curtis taken into custody. If he lets himself be taken alive, that is.
Alright, see you later.
Bye.
Let's see if Boone has anything new to say.
What is it? Yeah.
Nothing new yet. Alright, what's next? Okay, hold on. Oh, there was... so it turns out that... Okay, my plan was that... if you remember before, we've been invited to talk to Caesar himself. And I was going to save that for something else. But at this point in Boone's questline specifically, there's nothing else I could exactly do with Boone to advance his quest without killing the Legionary.
This isn't a public relations office. If you're not here about a bounty, you can go pester the Colonel. Right.
I know. Well, and I don't exactly... And even though I am pretty much anti-Legion, again, or so, I don't exactly want to piss them off at this moment in time, because I want to be able to traverse their territory, like Conwood Cove, relatively, peacefully, or as peacefully as the Legion are capable of. Because there's something, I was waiting for, there's something else to... I could have sworn I had a meeting of magazine. Okay, what's my thirst meter? He's telling me I'm thirsty.
Hey.
Okay, there's something I was gonna do, but I need a meeting for your magazine. I wonder if Crimson Caravan has any of it for sale.
Hey there.
Show me what you got for sale. How perfect.
See ya.
All right.
How's it going?
Okay, she's peaceful.
Hello. I hear you've done some good things for the followers.
Where is he? There he is. So, as per the apparent running joke,
What is it?
at the moment, hold on. Yeah, nothing new.
Yeah.
Wait.
What is it?
Say with me, we should part ways for now. Lucky 38.
I'll make my way there.
Hello again. Still in one piece, I see.
Would you reconsider my offer to travel with me? I could really use your help.
The last time we discussed this, you didn't exactly wow me with your pitch. What have you got for me this time?
Yeah,
Sir?
Why do you do research instead of providing medical assistance?
Like I said before, not all followers are good with people. I'm fine doing research back here, even if it is a bit boring and pointless and a complete waste of time. Don't mind me. I'm just voicing my thoughts so they don't burrow out of my skull in a fit of abject despondency.
All right.
Certainly. See you around. Hello again. The last time.
To convince them, we have to meet the speech requirement of 75 and say things are bad around here. I'd like to make a difference, and I'd like you to help me.
That seems appropriately resolute and yet vague. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and go with you, but let me be clear about something. If you plan to help Caesar's Legion, this is going to be a brief relationship. I may not have all the answers for how to fix Freeside's problems, but Caesar taking control isn't part of the solution. Fair?
Fair enough.
A courier, doctor, and a cybernetic dog. After we deal with the whole imminent conquest of New Vegas problem, we should open an act at the tops.
Arcade is giving you the better healing perk. And with that, we got a new companion, Arcade Gannon. Real quick, let's look at the perk he just gave us. Better healing. While Arcade is a companion, the player regains more health from all sources. So things like stim packs and stuff that do a better job of healing you when you have, what do you guess, a doctor in your party. Who'd have thunk it, huh? But still, the main reason...
Good.
Hold on. Get my adjustments real quick. So, there's a particular reason why I wanted to put off... Shush. There's a particular reason why I wanted to put off meeting Caesar, or of the leader of the Legion, and going to the fort in general, until I had Arcade Gannon in the party. in case it's not already obvious, he's one of the Legion's biggest critics. He may not be bloodthirsty for the death of Legion like Boone is, but Arcade Gannon is right up there, is otherwise right up there with Boone in regards to being very anti-Legion. Data map.
Watch yourself, profligate.
And with that, I think now is probably the best time to be able to go to Caesar's Legion. It had human Caesar. Did I just say human? Humor Caesar's request is for an audience with us. The animals marked on our map as an enemy, but it's not hostile as long as you stay away from it. Don't provoke it by getting close. Just going down to this town here real quick to mark, at least get it marked on the map. What's this? Huh?
What do you need?
Not really much to talk about.
What do you need? Later.
You know, if you were serving, you'd probably be halfway to General by now.
Camp Searchlight.
Hello.
Hang on there, traveler. You'll want to steer clear of this place. The whole town's irradiated to high hell.
If it's filled with radiation, why are you doing here?
I was stationed at Camp Searchlight before the incident. I've since taken it upon myself to keep travelers away from the area.
Well, that's mighty responsible of you. What happened?
Some legionaries snuck into the camp and set off some kind of radiation bomb. I don't know where they got it, but it was damn effective. Killed almost everyone and turned the rest into ghouls.
How did you survive?
I was out on patrol at the time, so I wasn't in the camp when it happened. There were a few others with me after it happened, including some of my superiors. Between radiation poisoning and attacks by the Legion, they all died out.
How did the Legion get into the camp?
I don't know, unfortunately. There may be clues somewhere inside the camp, but I'm not about to run in there to find out.
Can I ask you something else?
Sure.
Where should I go instead?
Head north toward Novak. Look for a big dinosaur. Can't miss it.
Why Novak?
Because it's a far safer place to be than here.
Alright, goodbye.
Sir?
Patrolling the Mojave.
And true to his word, if we step into town, we start getting irradiated. I'm just passing through real quick, so...
What is it?
What? Dual troopers. Where's Rex? There he is.
Looks like break time's over. Here we go.
Nice shot.
Here we go.
Just as a quick recap of so far, I think we've gotten about approximately one of each companion so far in the sense of like weapon diversity. Lily, the super mutant, likes using melee weapons. It's Veronica, the Brotherhood of Steel, likes using unarmed weapons. Boone is a long-range sniper. And now we have Arcade Gannon, a man who likes using energy weapons. And from the looks of it, he's using plasma weapons. In energy weapons, there's two different kinds of weapons. There's laser weapons, and then there's plasma weapons. And the difference between them is that the laser weapons are weaker, but have a faster rate of fire. Whereas the plasma weapons are stronger, but have a lower rate of fire. Well, while he's in the party, let's get to know our companion in a bit before we do anything major. Let's talk to him.
What's up?
What's your opinion on the current situation?
It could be better. If we can find a way to work toward the independence of New Vegas, that would be ideal. But really, as long as you don't help out the Legion, anything's better than that.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm really very boring. You'd get better stories out of a Freeside junkie.
I'm asking you because I'm interested. Don't put yourself down.
Oh, all right. I'm 30-ish. Well, late 30s. I was born west of here. I was an only child and spent most of my time with my mother. My father died when I was young and I never got over it. Oh, and I like medicine and reading books about failed pre-war socioeconomic policies. Right now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, why hasn't some lucky man scooped this bachelor off his feet? Like I said, I'm boring.
Why don't you like talking about yourself?
Some people do. I just don't. Look, I appreciate that you're trying to be friendly, but I'd just rather not discuss it.
Alright, maybe some other time.
See you around.
One thing I've been noticing is listening back.
Halt! What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider?
I was invited, or I want the experience, and so I'll pass the speech check.
Very well, you may proceed. However, be warned. Aggressive acts against us will earn you a place on a cross.
Just convince them that we're just traveling merchants, humble merchants passing through. And real quick, just as a reminder, or in case anyone's forgot about the main story, last time we were doing the main story, we were trying to get the platinum chip from Benny, but Benny escaped on us and tried fleeing to the fortification hill, the Legion's camp.
Awe, true to Caesar. Awe, are you ready to head upriver?
Who are you?
I am Cursar Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go?
What will happen at the fort?
You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Caesar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor.
Who are you calling dissolute?
All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough.
What have I done to earn the honor of meeting with Caesar?
You'd know better than I would, but you must be remarkable for Caesar to take such an interest.
I'm ready to travel.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat. By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
Keep all that weapon. Sure, I agree to disarm.
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave.
What's up?
I'll wait.
Wait a second. What's going on? Am I playing Virgil to your Dante? I'd like to assume that we're tiptoeing into the mouth of hell out of academic curiosity, but I'm not so open-minded that I've lost my brains.
Now, I know what we just said earlier. But first of all, I am kind of here for Benny. But also, at the same time, I'm just here to listen to him, figure out what he's up to, and get out.
Short of canceling our imminent travel plans, that's the best thing you could have said. Just be careful. If we travel at Caesar's pleasure, he may not let us out as easily as he lets us in.
Yeah. Bringing Boone here would not have been the best idea. Boone would have just started attacking on sight.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burned Man again.
The Burned Man?
The dog is part machine, but its brain is flesh. The mark of Caesar protects you. Slaves aren't much of a challenge in the arena.
What arena?
True to Caesar. The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
I do not like the way you said that.
Always.
Oh my god.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the Burned Man again. Imagine a follower brave enough to leave Freeside.
A follower?
Imagine, a follower brave enough to leave Freeside.
Wow, twice in a row. What a coincidence.
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite proud of them. I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite proud of them.
If anything, this would probably be the arena that they're talking about.
You here to fight in the arena? Then you're talking to the right man.
Tell me more about this arena.
Such as?
What are the rules?
Light armor and machetes only. The challenger, the one who asks to enter the arena, may be pitted against one or more opponents. All matches continue until one side is dead. No exceptions.
What do you do?
I set up the fights, keep track of prisoners available, and make sure the arena's cleaned up.
Who does the fighting?
Most of the time, it's some young legionary trying to make a name for himself, hoping to get noticed by Caesar or the Praetorians. We pit slaves or prisoners against each other once in a while, but it's not much of a show. They're usually too reluctant to kill each other.
That's enough about this arena. Now let's talk about something else.
Like what?
Getting out of here. I'm tired of talking to you.
Go.
Get out of my face.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again. You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside. You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside. You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
I have to manually select my companions to,
Okay. Just don't be gone long.
I have to manually request them to stand still. And here's the man himself, the myth, the legend, Caesar, or Caesar, depending on and which one you prefer, because it seems like people around here use both in equal measure.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. Years of meticulous scheming to place a mole at Camp McCarran. Wasted. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking?
Are you king here? You're the one that invited me here.
And you fell for that? Really? Because I'm going to have you killed now.
Are you kidding?
Relax. I'm fucking with you.
You better be.
You do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You visit the tops, and next thing you know, the head of the chairman is fleeing the strip like a whimpering little pup. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
How do you know so much about me?
I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard to track your progress. It's not as though you've been keeping a low profile. The time is fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
Just let me deal with Benny, and I'll be on my way.
Benny is my prisoner. You don't deal with him unless you've dealt with me. Don't worry. You'll get the platinum chip he was carrying. and then you'll use it like I tell you to.
Are you serious? Are you really going to start treating me like I'm already working for you? What exactly do you want me to do?
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 Casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip Benny was carrying when we captured him. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
Do you know what's on the other side of the doors?
Benny's theory, if I understood it through all the screaming, was that Mr. House stashed some kind of ultimate weapon down there. A gigantic robot to stomp us all to death. Who cares? Whatever it is, House built it. So I want it destroyed.
Baby, can't you get your legionaries to take care of this?
Yes, but then I'd have to kill them.
Why?
You don't get it, do you?
No.
The weapons I wield are forged from blood, flesh, sinew, bone. Mortal stuff. Fragile, even. And yet my legion obeys me even unto death. Why? Because they live to serve the greater good, and they know of no alternatives. House's machines, his technologies. What do they propose? The possibility of victory without sacrifice. No blood spilled, just rivets. That's not an idea to be put in circulation. If mankind's going to survive this moment in history, it needs warriors, not gadgets.
Okay. Hey, what are you saying you want me to do when I get inside?
I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Talk to Benny on your way out. He knows I'm going to let you decide how he dies. Maybe you want to remind him.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Will you guys shut up about the bird man? Dang, okay, where are you guys? Did anyone else? Look how the tables have turned, Benny. Now you're the one tied up on the ground and I'm
Some of the
standing
slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Shut up! You're the one kneeling on the ground tied up and I'm standing up before you. I'm standing above you. Look how the mighty have fallen.
Why, you little promise breaker. Let me live, Benny, and I'll never come after you, pinky swear. What a fink. Anyway, go ahead and laugh, baby. I ain't blind to the humor in this situation.
Completely called me out for that. Dude, you're gonna play me like that, huh? It is pretty funny.
Yeah, well, laugh it up on your own time. Down to brass tacks. How'd your meet and greet with Baldy go?
He gave me the platinum chip, and he says I get to decide how you die. Tell me about yourself before it's too late.
I'm the most interesting person I know.
Was your tribe always called the chairman?
No, in the way back we called ourselves the Boot Riders. Silly name, but that's how we rode the Mojave, dig? On our feet. We were nomadic badasses not to be trifled with, a gang of ruffians, though with a certain panache. When House gave us the tops to renovate, his robots dropped off boxes full of suits and ties and wingtip shoes. Told us we were the chairman now. That caused an uproar, but I said the name sticks. Chow to the old ways, baby. Time to swing in style. If the shoes fit, you wear them.
How long were you head of the family?
7 years. Took over 3 days after Mr. House introduced himself. Our chief at the time, mountain of a guy named Bingo, wanted to stay nomadic. I disagreed, so he challenged me to the knife. He looked so surprised when I stuck that knife in his neck. Thought he was so tough, but he was so slow. That's how I made chief. It's how things were back then.
How did Mr. House introduce himself?
We were east of Vegas when the first Securitron we ever saw rolled up on us. We junked it in a minute flat. The next day, 20 roll up, so we listened. Said we'd been selected. Vegas needed us to defend it. In exchange, we'd get cushy digs, full stomachs, medical treatment. Everything a nomad never gets, in other words. Most of the tribe thought we should say no. I thought it was the best idea ever.
What happened after you flood the tops?
I prefer the term relocated.
Whatever.
It took every stealth boy I had to cross the river at Cottonwood Cove. That was a close shave riding a boat full of Legion boys. Once I was across, I changed into a uniform. I swiped off a dead legionary outside Nelson. Tried to sneak into the bunker, but that didn't work out. They found the chip. I wasn't gonna tell them what it was used for, but let's just say they were persuasive.
Let's talk about something else.
Go on.
Tell me about the factions that want to rule New Vegas.
Which greedy overlord do you want to start with?
Why shouldn't Mr. House run Vegas?
Mr. House hides Vegas under his skirt when the bombs fall 1,000 years ago, so it belongs to him? Forever? You buy that? Baby, every boss has a line to explain why he's special. Why everyone's gotta do what he says. You're just figuring that out? Vegas gotta swing, baby. Gotta have pizzazz. Respect where due, but that old man is square to the core.
Tell me about the three families.
The chairmen are true blue. The Omertas are degenerates. Never trust them. Or the White Gloves. Just something creepy about them. Set it up right and the families will roll with your caper. You might have to do some convincing.
What if my choice is none of the above?
Now you're talking. That is the ring-a-ding move, baby. First base is whatever Mr. House would have you do. Follow orders, rig the game to his specifications. Then, when he ain't looking, you knock him out of the running and find a way to take control of those Securitrons of his. Go see Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful.
Alright, so what's so bad about the NCR?
Ain't we covered this? The only thing not bad about them is they ain't Legion. The NCR is the biggest gang of thieves in the Mojave. Only difference is they pass laws to make their crimes legal before they commit them.
And you think Caesar would destroy the Strip?
Nah, just spruce it up with a crucifixion here and there. Come closer so I can step on you. The Legion is twisted, baby. Original losers worshipping the king of creeps like he's some kind of god. They're worse than roaches. My advice? Put on your stomping shoes.
Kinda brave to be talking that much crap about them right near their leader. Claim he likes being worshipped like a god, then call him a roach just like that. Okay, let's talk about something else.
Go on. Name a name.
Talk about the fact. We exhausted
Go on.
that. We exhausted that too.
Top. Sing, baby. You got a captive audience.
Now that what do you think I should do with the chip now that I have it and you don't?
Sure. Baldy wants you to go down there in the bunker and destroy whatever Mr. House stashed there. Oh, you don't want to do that, baby. Whatever's down in that bunker is the key to the city called Vegas. So here's what you do. You go down there and you use the chip to do whatever Mr. House would have wanted you to do. And when you get back to the Strip, you find Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Dig?
And finally, Kaiser says I get to decide how you die.
Try not to smile so wide, baby. You might break your mouth. Yeah, Baldy said you get to decide. So which way you leaning?
Ooh. What would you say if I tried to help you escape?
Sweet offer, baby, but if you cut these ropes, every legionary in this camp's gonna come running. With machetes. Now, on the other hand, if I had a stealth boy and a bobby pin, I could see myself out. Know what I mean?
I'll see. If I help you escape, what will you do next?
Baby, if you show me the door to Scramsville, that's where I'll go. Out of your hair, never to return. I've been a fink to you. Caused more than my share of grief by a hard mile. Let me go. You won't see me again.
I'll see what I can do.
Check's in the mail, hey? Don't get my hopes up.
Maybe we can fight it out in the arena, fair and square.
You do that for me, baby? Don't tease if you don't mean it.
Crucifixion is an option.
Yeah, real popular around here. It's a crowd pleaser.
Something bad can happen to you right here.
The direct approach, eh? Fair enough. But you should wait until the bunker's taken care of. Caesar won't like it if you eat dessert first.
Alright, we'll talk to you later.
Ta-ta.
Crap! No, not the Ripper! I thought I could pickpocket him. Stewie game. Ugh.
What a load of Brahmin shit! Can you believe that guy?
I don't think either of us can fully understand what he and the tribes have gone through.
A fair point. But from the perspective of someone west of the Colorado, the man is clearly out of his mind. Maybe he didn't intend for things to wind up this way. But that doesn't mean he needs to perpetuate this bizarre, anachronistic myth. And it doesn't mean that we should sit by and nod our heads at every absurd, faux Roman casus belli he can dream up. He's a tyrant, the bad kind, and there's no way we're letting him take Hoover Dam. What's up?
You always deflect personal questions? So how did you join the followers?
Honestly, it isn't too difficult if you have half a brain and aren't a complete jerk. I wanted to help people and I enjoyed learning, so I signed up. New Vegas is in trouble, so I came out here. If someone doesn't step up and try to help the people here, it's going to end very badly.
Where did you get your medical training?
The followers taught me everything I know about medicine. Despite our humble abode here in New Vegas, we have great facilities back in the NCR. We may have overextended ourselves by setting up camp in Freeside, but the people here need help from someone. If not us, who?
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
Let's get going.
Lead the way.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Just as a warning, my covert bandaging skills are a little rusty.
And to be honest, the reason why they wanted to bring Arcade Gannon with me here is because when you get done talking to Caesar, Gannon will when you come out after talking to Caesar,
Some
Gannon,
of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
For God's sake, you idiot, shut up about that. God. When you come out from talking to Caesar, or Arcade will completely deconstruct, Caesar, and just tear him down like that. Verbally tear Caesar down.
Hold your tongue, wastrel. Hold your tongue, wastrel.
Why don't you hold your tongue before I cut yours out? And I think I'm going to end this episode here. We got a good amount done, and we're finally doing a bit on advancing the story. You tell me what you think down below. So after we, I know for certain that as soon as we wrap up here or at the fort, I'm going to trade Arcade Gannon out for Boone and finish his quest because there's a couple of things that I can do to get his quest going. But still, well, that's my intention. But still, tell me what you think of so far. What do you think of now that we finally met the man? What do you think of Kaisar or Caesar, whichever you prefer to pronounce it, and the Legion in general down below, or at least just tell me what you think of them with new context and information that we didn't previously had, and tell me what you think of Arcade Gannon here. But either way, I'm going to be saving the rest of this for the next episode. Until then, I will see. Thank you so much for watching. You know where the comments are, and I'm confident you know that I appreciate it. Now, so thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys around.